Okay, yeah, thank you for joining us today. My name is Christine Dallinger, and I welcome you to today's NEWBITS webinar entitled Communities of Interest for the Advancement of New Collaborative Business Models of the ITS Products and Services, the NEWBITS Network Platform. Today's webinar is in fact the second in a series of 4 webinars that will be delivered by experts from the ITS project NEWBITS. And these webinars have been organized with the aim to share unique insights from a novel network-based approach to craft and design new business models for ITS. If you have any questions, you're invited to write them in the chat box, and we will collect and address them after the webinar presentation. Of course, you're also invited to send us further questions that may arise later via email. And further, you will find the recordings of this webinar on the NEWBITS project website later. What you will learn in today's webinar. This webinar is about communities of interest, which are flexible accumulations of different stakeholders, which share common goals, interests, and environments. And as collaboration is a key factor for success in an interconnected and digitalized world, this webinar will show you how communities of interest can create a momentum to drive the development of new business models for intelligent transport systems. And you will learn how the NEWBITS Network Platform supports the successful operation of communities of interest. This webinar introduces 4 ITS-related communities of interest, which were established within the EU-funded project NEWBITS. They form around specific ITS aspects, and they can be distinguished according to the following applications. So number 1 is on sustainable intercity mobility. Community of interest number 2 is on efficient traffic management systems. Number 3 is on Synchromodal solutions for transport of goods on water. Number 4 is on predictive maintenance solutions for rail. And the successful operation of the communities of interest will be supported by the NEWBITS Network Platform, and you will hear about its functionalities during this webinar. This webinar will be delivered by experts from Interspace and Ortelio, 2 project partners of NEWBITS. You will first hear from Isidoros Passas. He holds a degree in computer systems and business administration from Sussex and Sheffield University in the UK. His scientific interest lies in the application of information technology in business processes of SMEs, business and cluster intelligence. And he has been a member of the Interspace Management Board and involved in numerous EU-funded projects. And second, you will hear from Ilias Trochidis. He holds degrees in applied informatics and software engineering from the University in Macedonia in Greece and the University of Sunderland in the UK. And his main scientific interest lies in domains such as big data, open science, and value creation in the digital economy. And he currently works as research and innovation strategist at Ortelio. Now, if we first have a look at the current status of ITS deployment across Europe, you notice that it is well known that many investments have been allocated in this market, both from private and public actors. All the basic technology exists and is gradually being improved. Further, the European Commission has funded numerous projects to investigate the technical feasibility, and as a result, new standards have been developed. However, despite all the investments in technology development, feasibility studies, and the existence of a full set of standards, the systematic market penetration of our ATS applications remains a major challenge. So there's still need to find structured approaches to maximize the potential of ITS applications and to facilitate the complex innovation diffusion processes. So what has never been properly examined is the demand side of ITS markets, in particular what exactly the consumer expects from such applications, what the consumer really needs, and who are the actual customers. And many ITS projects have been launched without a full evaluation of existing market conditions and customer groups, and no clear business models have been explained. And as a consequence, there are multiple projects funded from different institutions without any coordination of the results, which leads to difficult cooperation between private and public partners, or even to the creation of competing technologies. So therefore, NEWBITS, the NEWBITS project aims to better understand the dynamically changing conditions that affect the ITS innovation deployment, particularly by making use of an improved value network-based framework that eventually aims to minimize failures inherent to ITS innovation diffusion, to evolve current business models, and to identify effective incentives to accelerate ITS deployment. So the NEWBITS project itself is supported by the European Commission's Horizon 2020 program, started in October 2016, is implemented by a consortium of 9 partners from 6 different EU member states, and is coordinated by Otelio. And in short, the project will design, develop, and validate innovative and collaboration-based business models for ITS. So with no further ado, let me hand over to Isidoros.
Thank you, Christine. Good afternoon, all. As quite a few may already know, the European Commission has accepted that ITS business models, including cooperative ITS, have not evolved sufficiently up to now to consider the broad range of new technologies, systems, and services, as well as user needs. A key challenge for ITS remains the last mover advantage, where many parties wait for others to deploy first to maximize their own immediate benefits at lowest possible implementing cost. It is considered a challenge to address market sizing, customer demand versus production, project feasibility and financial returns, as well as security aspects of relevant mobility services. NEWBITS, in a holistic way, attempts to address the specific challenges with a number of interconnected actions and public available reports. I don't know how many of the attendees had the opportunity of attending yesterday's first webinar, where my partners have clearly presented NEWBITS as a whole and how NEWBITS will unveil the potential of intelligent transport systems application and services in Europe. In this second webinar, we will present how we as a consortium foresee that building communities of interest will address the mentioned challenges and unveil this potential. Communities of interest is not a new notion. To understand CoIs, as they are referred in abbreviation, in the framework of NEWBITS, let us define or better accept a common definition that we will build upon. A community of interest is an agglomeration of people or actors in general, such as organizations, that are concerned with the exchange of information in some subject area or that share a common goal or environment. The CoI is a broad concept that can be used for any group of actors, organizations, or stakeholders operating within a given field and or environment that exchange information and strive towards a common goal. Joining together an assortment of ITS actors and stakeholders into a CoI that operates together can be an important step towards moving from ITS to collaborative ITS and the benefits that they entail. 2 points should be pointed out here. Firstly, CoIs appear independent of the subject or areas that are addressing. Secondly, CoIs are focusing on the exchange of information and their members share a common goal or environment. The design of CoIs has not been an isolated task during NEWBITS implementation. Our partners have worked on different reports to understand the dynamics behind the current status of ITS implementation across Europe and solutions that address the last mover advantage issue, hindering the deployment of each, including CITS. The public available reports that you may find in the NEWBITS project website, such as the overview of its initiatives in EU and US, the assessment of main barriers and KPIs for the implementation of ITS services, the case study taxonomy, the market research analysis, and the formalization of NEWBITS modeling, method and systemic business dynamics have been an important input in the design of what the CoIs will offer and address. After understanding the framework of its and acquired an extensive literature review on CoIs, key concepts we have designed them to offer close communication and better flow of information regarding the fields of CITS and ITS. By taking into consideration real needs from the case study stakeholders and applying a bottom-up design approach, we consider that the exchanged information will be about issues CoIs members are really interested about. NEWBITS aims to support innovative enterprises, organizations, and stakeholders to expand their operations and adoption of its. This expansion will be based upon the additional knowledge offered and exchanged between the CoI members and will allow for observations to lead to discoveries. The enhancement of communication while assuring privacy and business secrets between stakeholders in the CoIs will be one of their success factors. Better knowledge of the market and their members via the CoIs will allow stakeholders to design products that fit specific needs. Christine, in her introduction, presented the titles of the 4 CoIs that we are going to implement. So let us briefly, and respecting the time limit, introduce you to them. The first CoI is entitled Sustainable Intercity Mobility, Intelligent Carpooling Services for the City Communities. As you see in the slide, it is a CoI built around intelligent carpooling and car sharing services, which are made possible by advanced CITS platforms that provide state-of-the-art capabilities, such as coordinating different route planners and providing real-time routing advice. The scope of this CoI is to improve traffic flows, reduce emissions, and increase urban road transport efficiency, while end users benefit from lower cost. A CoI for a better quality of life in your daily transport with NEWBITS. Members of the CoI will address issues, propose technological solutions, products, and services around this concept. Let us move to our second CoI, which is entitled Efficient Traffic Management Systems and Energy Efficient Service for City Intersection. A CoI built around the installation and use of intelligent traffic management control systems that provide adaptive traffic control strategies, which instruct drivers on how to move efficiently in order to expend less time and energy in the section. The scope is to provide the flow of traffic and reduce delays and carbon emissions. The proposed CoI aims to identify new business opportunities and to expand existing ones on collaborative intelligent transport systems. The third CoI is Synchromodal solutions for goods transport on water, using real-time data to decrease idle time and increase efficiency of hinterland transport. This CoI is built around water transport efficiency, maximizing solutions using synchromodality, which refers to the possibility of choosing the most optimal transport modality at transshipment points. The scope is to achieve better planning and shorter transport times by better insight into the logistic chains and the resulting decrease of idle time. A CoI that improves the collaborative decision-making process across the various stakeholders. It is presented here that all the 4 CoIs are based upon the analysis of the case studies. Initial members of the CoIs are the key case study stakeholders. Each CoI will be initiated by a partner of the consortium which has extensive experience in the topics related to each CoI. The 4th CoI, but as they usually say, not the least one, is railway customer satisfaction and safety. Predictive maintenance for cost reduction and safety in railway operation. The CoI is built around predictive maintenance for railway networks, identifying and reporting potential issues requiring repair before damages and delays appear. The scope is to improve service efficiency and increase passenger safety. A CoI to foster a fully integrated business network modeling approach to railway industry. We value the time very much of all our potential members. It's not exclusive each of you to be part only in one of the proposed CoIs, though since each of you might have expertise on specific topics and you are looking for opportunities in specific areas, we will implement the 4 distinct CoIs. As you see in the slide, each CoI internally is designed to support 3 tiers. Each tier is distinct in the following dimensions: its scope, its members, its internal procedures, and its openness to public. Tier 1 is being designed and support NEWBITS project implementation internally. Members of Tier 1 are only NEWBITS consortium member, and it is a closed one. As you see in the slide, each CoI internal. Sorry, this is a repeat. Sorry about that. Tier 2 aims to enhance networking, knowledge transfer, development of common initiatives, and the formation of interest groups. Tier 2 members are ITS and CITS experts in each of the 4 CoIs. Probably, most of you attending this webinar will be interested to join one of the 4 CoIs and specifically Tier 2. The 3rd tier is open to all stakeholders related to ITS and CITS. Tier 3 aims to raise awareness on the state of the art on the fields of the CoIs, to support matchmaking initiatives between suppliers, customers, and users of ITS and CITS, to enhance the networking between all ITS and CITS landscape stakeholders, to make them visible to the society. Members of the 3rd tier will access the learning material that NEWBITS project will produce later regarding the proposed new business model. Up to now, in this webinar, we have attempted to present and explain the proposed 4 CoIs that we are launching, the different ways that you may benefit from joining them, and how are structured internally. These have been the bones and internal organs of the CoIs. I'm passing now the floor to my colleague Ilias Trochidis, who will present you the flesh of the proposed CoIs. CoIs wouldn't be available if Ortelio and the team of Ilias haven't implemented the NEWBITS Network Platform. Thank you all, and Ilias, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Isidoros. Thank you, Christine. Thank you all for attending this session. We are now going to talk about the NEWBITS Network Platform, an online platform that is being developed to support the operation of the NEWBITS communities of interest that you already heard about. Notice that the platform is now being populated with content and it will be fully functional and operational in September. The new BITS network platform can be found on the following URL, newbits.eu. The home page displays information about the 4 CoIs that you have already heard about, and users can select the CoI of their interest. Before describing the core functionalities of the platform and what is being offered through the platform, we should mention its main objectives. The main characteristic of the platform is its collaboration features. So this collaboration platform aims, on the one hand, to provide information about the CoIs, and on the other hand, to become a ITS-focused collaboration tool that will foster awareness of relevant CITS opportunities, applications, products, etc. In order to accomplish these objectives, we separate each CoI, and we have developed 4 different platforms, one supporting every CoI, with the aim, of course, to support collaboration and information exchange about the specific topics of the CoIs. So, for example, in CoI1.newbits.eu, you can find information about CoI1. In CoI2.newbits.eu, you can find information about community of interest 2. In CoI3 NewBits EU, you can find information about CoI3, and in CoI4 NewBits.eu, you can find information about CoI4. Now, let's move to the core functionalities that the platform has and provides. We can divide these functionalities in 3 different categories. The content management system functionalities, where registered users can add news related to the community of their interest, can add new collaboration opportunities, can add new projects, ideas, services related again to the community of interest, can add organizations that are dealing with this community of interest, can add training material. Of course, training material will be added by experts of the NEWBITS consortium. And of course, people can add, registered users can add events, again, related to the specific CoI. Other features, collaboration features, include user profiling, where users are able to view their settings and to update their profiles with photos, etc. Activity stream, where users are able to view the activity of the specific CoI. Messages functionality, where users are able to exchange messages. And of course, notifications, where users are able to get notified for each action that is being held in the platform. Other features include a wiki page, a discussion forum, and of course, surveys that can be developed by CoI organizers. Here is the menu of a specific CoI. Here you can see the slide that of community of interest 1. It consists of an about section where you can find information about the specific CoI and about the latest activity of the members of the CoIs. So, for example, you can see what other people in this community of interest have done in the specific platform. You can also see a member section where you can find information about the people that are members in this community of interest. Furthermore, you can see a news section that is available where you can find news items related to this specific CoI. Then you can find collaboration opportunities, project ideas, products and services, training material, as well as organizations that are working under this CoI. A discussion forum, as already mentioned, is also available where people can discuss, can exchange ideas, can create new topics, and can collaborate. Of course, a wiki is available with information about with information just about the specific community of interest. A calendar of events is also available where people can find information about upcoming events related to the specific CoI. What are now our next steps? We have already mentioned that the NEWBITS platform will be fully operational from September. So now we are in the process of populating the platform with content. CoI leaders, UAB, CDELF, Isinova, and CUE are now populating the platform, and they are working hard towards this direction. At the same time, CUE is preparing high professional training material that will be included in each of the CoIs. And of course, all partners are collecting and publishing relevant news items identified in the web. So you are welcome to visit our platform via newbits.eu and register to the community of your interest. I will now pass the floor to Christine.
Thank you very much, Ilias. Let me just briefly show you how you can stay in touch with NEWBITS. So if you want to stay in touch with us, you can access further reports on our project website, newbitsproject.eu. You can also sign up for our newsletter, follow us on LinkedIn or Twitter, and most importantly, you can join the NEWBITS Network Platform by visiting newbits.eu. So we encourage all stakeholders from the ITS industry to register on this platform, which gives you a digital incentive to expand your interactions, design your own networks with communities of interest. And I would also like to draw your attention to another webinar in the NEWBITS webinar series, which you will shortly find on our website. This webinar discusses how to unveil the potential of ITS applications and services in Europe by making use of conjoint analysis, which is a statistical marketing research technique. And it will show you how conjoint analysis allows you to identify which elements of an ITS service are key for potential users of the service. And you gain detailed information from 4 explored ITS applications in this webinar. So feel free to visit this webinar. And I thank you all for attending today and have a good day. Thank you.